Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome to something a bit different today. It is Sunday, so I do try and do things a bit different here on Sundays. So we're going to be playing a bit of a game called Tower of Time, as you've probably guessed from looking at the at what's on your screen. This is published by Event Horizon, who have very kindly given me access to this game to show off to you guys. So I thought it's only fair that I do give it a bit of a play. Now I'm going to jump straight into this. It is an RPG style game, but with a few differences, as you'll see as we jump into it. Anyway, I'm going to shut up as this is quite loud over my voice.
Our land is dying, and we are dying with it. This was not always the case. Artara was once a place of wonder and beauty. The 5 races thrived in peace and harmony. Then, long ago, something happened. A cataclysm of unimaginable proportions. Something so disastrous, we don't even have a name for it. For when it destroyed our civilization, it took with it all knowledge of history. The past is now lost to us. Our future is uncertain. We are left trapped in a bleak and dismal present. The land itself is our enemy now. The weather extreme and unpredictable. Droughts persist for several weeks, followed by floods that wash everything away. Yet our gravest problem is the lack of sunlight. Storm clouds shroud our world in everlasting twilight. Without the sun, we are unable to grow food. And so we struggle to survive this dark world, a seemingly hopeless battle. I look back now to when I was a young boy, living on the fringe of the human domain. While hunting for food, I stumbled upon ruins uncovered by a recent earthquake. A bad omen, normally avoided. But this time, something drew me in.
Okay, so that's obviously the intro there, and we're just loading in. And I just threw my headphones about the place if you heard that. Sorry about that. I probably do need to tweak my volume because I did realise that was a little loud compared to my voice. Anyway, so, beginning 25 years ago. The entire morning passed without a sign of a single rabbit. Rarely hunting was so bad in the woods surrounding your village. It felt like something unnatural. It felt as if something unnatural lingering in the air. A frightening thought that sent a shiver down your spine as you slowed your pace and gazed into the trees to a scene of total devastation. The forest laid before you, sundered, littered with jagged rocks, a vast chasm, the aftermath of an earthquake 3 days past. Pushing back the impulse to flee home, you move closer. The adults tell stories of the world, regurgitating treasures from long ago. Just a look, you convinced yourself. Your curiosity shortly rewarded the sight of a large fissure, emitting a dazzling blue light against your better judgment. You squeezed through the gap, leaving behind you the world you'd always known. I'm sorry, I'm a bit dyslexic, so my reading is a little bit stuttery. I do apologise for that. What is this place? It looks like a different world. Perhaps you should turn back. The elders are very strict about all the old stuff. If you come across anything strange that belongs to the old times, don't touch it. Don't press any buttons. Don't take any crystals. Come back and tell an adult immediately. But they're scared of their own shadows. It can't hurt to look around. Famous last words there. So we've got signposts. Gardens of Sorrow, 3 miles. Ooh, that doesn't sound right. These names mean nothing to you. Okay guys, so this is, as I said, this is a game which they've very nicely given me access to. Oh, hang on, let's talk to this guy. As you approach the statue, its eyes flicker to life and it speaks. Welcome to the sanctum of the First Magus. Please state your business. I just want to look around. I First Magus awaits you, Ambassador Churnstable, representative of the king on the mountain. Who? No, wait a second, I'm just a boy from the village. I want to look around. The Sanctum Guardians have been alerted and will escort you to the administrative captain. Please do not be alarmed. Maybe I'll just come back the way I came. Please, stay where you are and do not be alarmed. The Sanctum Guardians will escort you to the administrative captain. Resistance is not advised. You wait apprehensively for a moment, but nothing happens. Okay. So, as I said, guys, there is a link to this down below if you do like my comments. If you do like the look of it, by the way, it does seem like an interesting game to play. That's for certain. I have had a little bit of a play just to get an idea of how it works. Below you lies a large throne lined with immense luminescent crystals. As you peer over the edge and focus your attention, one of the larger blue crystals, a faint voice calls out. Fear is the gatekeeper that turns back the masses. Have courage, your destiny beckons. Who are you? What is this place? Come to me, the time is nigh. A powerful desire to leap off the edge of a precipice to the throne far below washes over you. Sweat breaks across your brow as you force yourself back step by step. The voice vanishes, but the irresistible urge to reach the throne remains. You look around you for a safe way down. So, jumping off the edge, probably not advised. So we can see we've got our map over here, we've got some stuff over here. Let's head down here. We've got some, what look like golems down here as well, guys. We'll have to see what happens when I get to them. Okay. Look, a boy approaches. First Guardian. Second Guardian. A human after all this time, but a mere child. Third Guardian. He doesn't have the skill to survive this place, and yet he has come this far. Perhaps he is ready. Ready? For what? This is all premature. He must develop the power, or else others will manipulate him. Yes, I sense it now. Are you capable, boy? Do you know magic? Magic? Of course not. I'm just a hunter. A hunter of what? I wonder. Tell us. Do you always know where to aim your bow, even with your eyes shut? Enough. Leave him be. He doesn't understand. Besides, he poses no threat yet. Let him pass. Let him see for himself. Very well. Go ahead, boy. Embrace your fate. Okay. So, what's up here? Armor stand? Ooh. Made of pure gold. The first Magus. First Magus again. Held it at a different thing. And yeah, so more Maguses there. Anything else around here? No, well, we're approaching the throne anyway. A boy. You are still a child, yet you have heard my call. How can this be? Tell me. I don't know. Please let me go. I'm scared. I just want to go home. Yes, I can sense your fear, but this fear does not rule your heart. But there is something else. You are different. As I once was, so long ago. You are inexperienced, your ability underdeveloped, but there is no mistake. Such dormant, feral, raw power. An indisputable match. Ooh, I don't understand. There is much to explain, and where I have the will, I do not possess the time. I grow weaker by the moment. It took all my strength to raise the tower again. I must rest now. In time you will forget this place. You will grow strong and skillful, find a position in your world. For this, before I release you, I must entrust you with an insatiate a word I can't say. Desired. I can say it in my head. Insatiable desire to return. I feel strange. What are you doing to me? For some day, many days from now, you will return to this tower. Seek me in its depths. On that day, When my power is recovered, we will talk again. Please, let me go. Forgive me, boy. You will come to understand, I promise. The memory of this meeting will vanish from your mind once you leave this place, but you will return, as surely as a seedling reaches for the sun. Go now. Run. This place isn't safe for a child, even for you. Learn thyself, give thyself to the world, and I shall return when you are ready. And it looks like I took his advice and ran away.
Descending the stairs led me to a crystal throne which glittered with swirling light. I felt strangely compelled to approach and sit. As I took my place upon it, a sudden torrent of light enveloped me. The illumination overwhelmed my senses. I grew nauseous and weak, but before I lost consciousness, the throne ejected me to the floor. I fled and told no one what happened, for fear of being deemed tainted and banished from the village, for this was the way of my people. I tried to forget the experience, to convince myself it was my overactive imagination. But the visions that followed said otherwise. Every night, the nightmares came. Their torment highlighted my confusion, as each morning I remembered little, fragmented images, words which made no sense, nothing more. I would have thought myself mad, if not for the strange, incomprehensible symbols I often drew in the sand. Proof that forces beyond my understanding were at work. People in my vicinity kept their distance, and I think they feared me. Over time, they learned to tolerate my unusual nature. But I was always alone, left to brood and ponder my strange fate. One winter, it all came flooding back to me. I realized the crystal throne sat not at the bottom of some ancient ruins, but at the top of a construction incomprehensible in scale. That the ruins were not ruins of some lost city or ancient castle, but a single massive tower buried deep within the earth, and buried upside down. Some unexplainable force had lifted the construction into the sky, rotated it, and driven it into the ground. In that moment of clarity, I knew one thing above all others. I had to go back to that place, for the power within was the one thing that could save Artara. Years later, I found myself a commander in the last human kingdom's militia. The king, a just man and good friend, granted me a favor for my years of loyal service. I had but one request: a small force of men and resources to return to the village of my birth and explore the tower. Preoccupied by an eroding empire, the king held little interest in ancient ruins and towers. He did, however, see the reclaiming of a long-abandoned village on the border of an ever-shrinking kingdom as a boost to the people's morale. He gave me what I requested, and his blessing. So here I am, returning to the very place which has haunted me my entire life. It is a desolate place now. Time has not been kind to my village. Most of it has rotted or been washed away. Yet the tower remains just as I remember it. I am in awe of the power within, and perhaps fearful. The men and I are setting up the camp in the village, while Cain and Maiev, two of my most capable warriors, will scout the tower. Once again, I feel its call. We must uncover its secrets. We must find a way to reach the power within. If we fail, it will be the end of us.
Okay, so we're older and back at the tower. I'm not so keen on. I'm not so sure I'm so keen on the cutscenes, but the gameplay of this, you'll see what I mean in a minute. It's got some very interesting concepts to it, and it is quite fun to play. You'll see, as I said, you'll see what I mean in a minute when we get into it a little bit more. I'm not going to spoil things too much. At long last, just as I remember. I've never seen anything like this, such green and healthy looking plants. Whether by natural or enchanted means, something about the soil produces abundant life. The key to our salvation, whoever returns the secret will be king of Artara, or queen. Is this the secret we came for, my lord? New crops? I don't think so. There must be something else here. Where there is one secret, there may be others. Profit. Potential. Here could be limitless. I can tell what she's after. If you seek to uncover the secrets of this place, then we will do so. Maiev and I will scout the area before you proceed. No need to take unnecessary risks. While appreciated your concern is unwarranted, my old friend. After all, I survived this place as a child, but you are no longer a child, my lord. You're our commander, and we are sworn, and we swore an oath to protect you. There may be outlaws or raiders lurking. Ha! Scoundrels are of no concern. I'm well aware, my lord is a skilled fighter, but this is a matter of regulation and duty. I shouldn't have to remind you of that. A commander's primary task is to command, and ours is to obey, and in this instance, assure his welfare. Maeve is right, of course. We cannot afford to lose you in some unforeseen danger or a long-forgotten trap. Allow us to clear the way and provide self-passage. At your discretion, old friend. But be careful. I recall unease about this place, strange mechanisms and statues, stone and metal, and something about the crystals. It's difficult to recall. The more I try to remember, the less clear it becomes, as if some will beyond my own works against me. I will return to the village now. Call me once the way is clear. As you command. Normally I would allow the lady to go first, but duty calls for strongest arm, the keenest combat sense to lead. Get behind me and stay close. This is going to be a long journey. Did you already forget what happened last time you kept calling me that? Okay, so I've gone to leave my underlings to do things. So tell me more about my lord. You've known him for longer than I. Well, for one, he wasn't highborn. He earned the king's respect and his position through long service and skill. I had been in the king's guard for just over 5 years. When he first joined, a formidable fighter, quick learner, he showed immediate potential. But he often had this odd, distant look in his eyes. So odd. To tell you the truth, it spooked most of the other men. And what of his tower? Does he truly seek a way to heal the land, or are we on a fool's errand? When you've spilled blood with a man on the battlefield, you know his metal nerve. I don't know what awaits us here, but I can tell you one thing. Whatever he is seeking in this place, he believes it will help us all. That's good enough for me. Okay. Broken statue. This broken statue is made of smooth glass-like stone, which you have never seen before. Next to it, there is a wooden sign with an inscription. Here, at the fringe of a great northern forest, wise travellers seek boon of Orafchoke. Whisper to hear the name of your dearest, and gain the grace of a willow and strength of the oak. What's the matter, Kane? I don't think it'll work if you whisper your own name. It feels like a rather naive superstition. Besides, we have no time to waste conversing with this lump of rock. Let's go. She should lighten up. I was just joking. Okay, let's start heading down. Some gold. Because you get gold just lying around on the floor. Great spirits, what is this? The water is so clear you can see straight through it. It tastes sweet too. Merchants back in the city would pay a week's wages for a picture of this. Look below. Have you ever seen fruit trees like that? So, our world is obviously not particularly pleasant. Let's go look at the trees. If a merchant would pay a week's pay for a pitcher of our water, they'd give their half their wealth for one of these. Careful, eating strange fruit can have an unexpected confluence. You didn't have any second thought drinking the water there. Take a bite. They're amazing. I'll take your word for it. At least one of us should be clear-headed if they turn out to be poisonous. So yeah, the world we're from is obviously quite nasty and well, I did say there'd been an apocalypse effectively. I heard a frog. Ooh. Looks like you're right. High Courier, outlaws up ahead. Don't look like outlaws to me. Something's not right. They're just standing there. One way or another, I'll get them to move. Get behind me. As Kane and Maeve move closer, their torchlight reveals fleshless soldiers of the long-dead kingdom. Those are no outlaws. By the Great Spirits, what are they? And this is the interesting thing, guys. Can I change my party? No, I don't have anybody else. I can see what my other people are going to be like. And we fight, but we don't fight, you know, on the map. And it's not a turn-based fight. We get a little separate fight map. Unit positioning, so he can move around, move Kane into a position where he can intercept enemies. He has high armor. Don't rush, wait and observe. Threat mechanics. You generate threat by dealing damage, sort of things we understand. Target lines. Press spacebar and you can see the target lines showing which champion is currently targeting what. Okay, I didn't realise that last time. Combat stances. There are two combat stances that affect how your champions behave on their own. Stand ground. They will never move by themselves, which is useful if you want to group them together for heal. And move and attack, so they'll automatically chase things down. And champion skills. Some skills required, so we have various skills which are down here. And, you know, do not waste mana needlessly. They use mana to use. Enemy skills. Certain enemies have skills that will target the ground. Red circles, so it's quite obvious. Interrupt the cast or break the channel. Move your champions either outside the range, interrupt the cast, okay. Battlegrounds. The key to victory on difficult is to use the battleground of a terrain. It's quite obvious. Right, so let's move there. Let's pause. Let's leave ourselves on stand ground. We appear to be ranged, so let's keep shooting our crossbows. We've got various attacks, but for now, I'm not going to worry too much. Right, shoots multiple arrows at the closest enemies and do fire damage. Let's use this, see how this works. Ooh, so we hit multiple enemies. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, we do have a heal here, so let's heal ourselves. Oh, we're now coming with range, so actually let's attack them. So it's left click to attack, not right click, which confused me for a second then. Ooh, we've been poisoned. Let's move you to move and attack now. Right, let's attack them. They seem to be mages. Let's do another volley attack into them. Ooh, they're hurting. I am going to use some fire attacks. Let's heal myself again. I don't need to do another volley. And that's it. So we've got a new bow and some gold. Okay. So that was our first con. Understandably, it's our first combat, so it's a bit easy. If I had not seen it with my own eyes, fought them with my own hands, dead risen from the ground, what evil is this? Such undying determination. Look, there, the severed arm still twitches, intent to continued fighting. I'm glad they fell easily enough to blade an arrow. Perhaps we were just lucky. Next time we'll draw further back. Your bow is of no use too close to the front line, and your presence distracts me. God! We've just dispatched the living dead, and you lecture me over tactics? Really, Kane? Sometimes you make your duty you take your duty and rank too far. After all, you thought they were ordinary outlaws and led us right into them. Ha! Dead or alive. They were no match for my skill with blade. He'd have died. Whatever you say, Kane. Arguing with you is like talking to a stone wall. Should we go back and tell the Lord about this? Not yet. We have a duty complete. Let us continue and see what lies ahead. So we're going to equip an item now. We go into I. I'm not going to go through all of this because this is quite self-explanatory. We can pick who we want here, and we just drag it up. So we've got a bow. We've equipped crossbows, but this does twice as much damage, so straight away is better. We can forge items. Not available just yet. Okay. Old skeleton. Little to be found. We found a thing. Ooh, some armor. Let's go back into the inventory. So this won't work on him because it's for a different class. I'll give slightly more armor. Well, it's slightly more percentage. So same armor, but armor minus 5%. I don't see the difference. Oh, skill power increase. I'm not sure what that first one is. Alright. Let's go down the side first. Pick up some more gold. We've got another statue here. Weary of this world can be, and many's an hour that minds of men bore. So lay your hands on Meliblu's feet and be regaled with tales of yore. Okay, interesting. Is this some kind of game? Why do these statues talk to us with silly poems? Maybe it's just the ancients' manner of writing. Or maybe their locks open with spoken command. Each of these statues could be a secret treasure vault. Let's give it a try, who knows? For second, aye, tell us a tale, spake thee. Great spirits, I must be losing my mind. Did you hear that? I did. What is this thing? Place your hands in it if you want. I'm not touching it again. So it does keep beaking if we talk to it. Keep pressing on it. I probably should have read all that, because I dare say it gave us far from hog roasting, sizzle, spat. The fat from the hog roasting over fire sizzled and spat merrily, spake the first man. Tell us a tale of our minds to distract from grumbling bellies, spake the second. Oh, hang on, there was a hog over here, wasn't there? Da, 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 da. Yeah, it doesn't look like a hog. It resembles a dog, but is huge. Ooh. I do know this one. I don't know why. There's a little brother here. And we've got these statues called Big Brother. And if we make them all look at each other, we open the door. Again, it's probably something to do with one of those riddles, guys. From the statues. Because, yeah, little brother tells me. But we get this, which is a ring, which gives us extra mana points. So let's equip that on my main guy who's forward. Oop. Reach the throne, that's our current quest. Oh, what do we have? What's the other thing here? The bestiary, these are the different things we've met. Okay. So we've got a dead knight and a magi spirit. Let's fight. Okay, start battle. Okay, hover your cursor over an enemy champion, you can see their base stats. If you're dealing with certain, have high armor, you can look at their stats and adjust your strategy. Auras, some things have auras. Marked by yellow outline, enemy champions range affected, so you can be affected either positively or negatively. Multiple auras stack. Ouch. This is indicated by blue circles below the character. In this case, you have 2 auras that are stacked. They could become very difficult to deal with. Focus fire on one or try to separate them. Tip: draw skills. Draw skills offer unparalleled flexibility in combat. At the moment, you have one skill. You only have one skill. Kane's Stonewall. Oh yeah, this is how we use this skill. I'll show you it in a second. Combat summary. And this is what it tells us at the end. So basically, this skill, we can draw a line and we'll build like a wall. Right, we don't want to be too far forwards. Ooh, we want to be stood. We don't want to be engaging until we absolutely have to. Pull back. Oh, god damn it, Kane. Pull back. There you go, let's draw a wall to make them have to come around it. And let's charge him. Removes all threats, let's do that. Oh wow. Okay, Kane, you need to get on him. You get out of the way. And we've got some mages now. Right, let's charge over at them. Let's do a volley. These guys are at least not too... They do a bit of damage though. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Let's kill that mage first, actually. That'll do. So using the wall to stop him getting to us. You can kite while Kane attacks. Let's finish him. Okay, I do like this idea. Oh, we've got another one. I do like this idea of the battle map being slightly different, so you can use it to your advantage and things. It's quite an interesting one. An undead giant clad in heavy plate. The spirit of a dead draining our life. What madness is this? Perhaps they are restless spirits of times past. Stay calm, Maeve. Your fire arrows proved useful here. Those things do not like fire, remember that. Okay. We have some more armour, which is only for him. What's better? I don't know. This one has more fire resistances. The other one's got minus armour. I don't want the one with negative armour, so we'll use the other one. Because he's forward, he's not generally taking the spells. Gives gold there. Entrance to the Quartermaster's office. Access floors 3 and 4. Quartermaster? We should investigate. There could be valuable information with it. Value? The door's open, come on. Just a collapsed stairwell. I can't make out the bottom. I can see a faint line below. Too bad, the space is too narrow for us. Maybe those skeletons crawled up from there. What if the level below is swimming with them? Hardly a worry. I doubt their weapons could penetrate my armour. In case you didn't notice, I'm not wearing any of your fancy shield guard plate. My life before my comrades, always. The third virtue of the King's Champion. You should know better than that by now. Okay, so it looks like we've cleared everything over here. Oh, there's a chest here. I missed that. Ooh. Yeah. That actually does less than our current bow, doesn't it? It does magic penetration though, but no. I'm sure this statue probably means something, but I can't be bothered with it now. Teleport. A strange mechanism stands before your party. There are some letters engraved in its pedestal that read, Gardens. On the other side there is another engraving, barely visible. This teleporter was commissioned by Barakas, master craftsmith in the year 42 of the 5th era. Teleporter? What did it teleport? And where? I guess this is going to be how we get around the place. Perhaps it's an as the old tales say, the ancients could move large distances in the blink of an eye. Maybe so. But this one doesn't seem to be working, which is fine by me. I prefer to rely on my own legs to get where I need to go. Besides, the idea of disappearing and reappearing out of thin air doesn't sit well with me. Hang on. I don't recognise any of these places. There's no way this cavern can be 14 miles wide. This place must have been on the surface at some point. Curious, so much of human history has been lost. Maybe this place could tell us about the events that brought our world to ruin. Reliving the past will bring us nothing but grief. We must look to the future to survive. If any man can see into the future, then I trust the man will be our Lord. If this place is indeed a place of power, the only question that matters is how will this power be used. I hope my Lord's intention and our own actions by sworn loyalty are honourable ones. Only the spirits are all-knowing, Maeve. Okay, so just going on about that. So this is... I recognise this. So where do you think we're coming up to, guys? This is where we were as a kid. And here's this guy who's saying the exact same thing as before. Best meant to say, and we're just boasting about it, but yeah, so he's not really worrying. Got a couple of new things in our bestiary, and our quest is still ongoing. Okay, we can equip that. That is straight out better. And we got some gold. More gold. We're getting lots of gold. And we've been here before. Look there, a throne forged of pure crystal. This must be what the Lord is seeking. The architecture here is beyond words. Those windows glow with golden light, yet it must be far past dark dusk in the world outside. Do you feel that, Kane? My skin is trembling. I think it's coming from those crystals. I feel it too. Let's look for a way down. And we know this from last time. Guardians don't appear to be quite as upright this time. Unbelievable. Look at those creatures, forged of stone and crystal. He never mentioned meeting this all those years ago. Perhaps it's one of those Sanctum Guardians. I don't like the look of it. Let's find another way around. There's no time for sneaking around in shadows. We're on official business. This creature will yield or face my sword. That does not sound like a sensible idea to me. I don't think I've got a choice. The creature appears heavily damaged, with large portions of its stone surface chipped away and fractured, and portions of crystal pulsating with bright purple light. Turning its head towards the champions, the creature emits a strange, high-pitched sound, slowly at first, then increasing in frequency, and it looks like the other one's dead. I think it's talking to us. I wonder if the creature suddenly shifts positions, raising its giant arms as if to strike. It would seem we're not welcome in this place. Alright, if it won't let us pass to the Crystal Throne without a fight, then a fight it will receive. With this much damage, one hit of my sword should shear it, whatever it is, shatter it, whatever it is. Less talking, more shattering. Okay. Looks like the others have been broken. Yee! Red? That doesn't look good. Let's give it a go. I suspect this is going to be hard. Ooh, I accidentally dropped a bit of wall there, didn't I? Let's charge it. Let's do a volley, because we do seem to shoot faster, and let's give ourselves some fire arrows. Ooh, it's dropping other things. Let's drop our threat. Ooh, did he stun us then? We seem to be doing okay at the moment. What are these? Right, I'm just going to focus on killing him. Let's pop a heal. Ugh. Let's heal myself. Let's draw a wall around this. That'll stop it shooting. Does this actually do damage? Yes. Right, I may have to finish that off. Nope. So, right choice to kill that first. Another bow which does extra fire damage. Ooh, nice. Maeve. Right here, I'm okay. That was a close one. My sword is less effective against those things than I expected. Maybe you could ask my lord to part with his fire sword. An elemental weapon? Excellent idea. I doubt he would relinquish such a fine weapon. So. Oh, I didn't realise this does additional damage. Okay. So this does additional fire damage, but my current one does additional air damage. No, I think I'm still better with what I currently have. And we've been here before, guys. But there's gold here now, which there wasn't last time. Because, you know, gold just appears over the years. Hang on, was there not a suit of armour here last time? Oh, it's gone! The path to the throne is clear. We must tell the Lord at once. Okay. And here I seem to have appeared. The crystal throne. So many times it appeared in my dreams as a child. I fought. Though I have no justification for it, I feel as if I am united with an old friend. I feel a strange compulsion, the same urge you felt all those years ago, drawing you to the throne. You hesitate for a moment, resisting the pull is far easier than you remember. Then sit with swift determination. Obviously not that easy to resist. A jolt of energy rushes through your body, overwhelming all your senses at once. Sight, hearing, smell, touch, even the taste in your mouth seems 100 times more sensitive. As the feeling subsides, you realise with awe that you are no longer limited to the senses of your body. You can see, hear, and feel as each of your champions sees. So basically, I now control them all. I feel them all and see through them all. Are you alright, my lord? Yes, yes. I need a moment, Kane. Maeve. Though I have no explanation, I can see through your eyes. I can even hear myself speak through your ears. Magic. Are you sure it's to be trusted, my lord? To speak plainly, I am not. But great power resides within this place. I always suspected this, and now, sitting atop the throne, I know for certain I am pulled towards it, to a place somewhere very deep beneath us. If it is here, we will find it. Just give the command. Hold on a second. Can you tell us anything more about what the power this is, my lord? And what we can expect to find below in our search for it? Unfortunately, I cannot. I am filled with a feeling, nothing more, a sense we are running out of time, and that the power in this place is our best and last hope. As to what lies below, this is as far as my childhood journey brought me. Whatever you encounter below will be as much a mystery to me as it is to you. The command is given, my old friend, but before you go, I have something for you. Kain, take this. I found it many years ago in a ruined city. It served me well, but it will serve you better now. Ooh. Sword chance. Okay, we'll take the sword. And you, Maeve, this heirloom amulet of mana regeneration. So we did get his sword, fiery sword. Ah. There are stairs that lead below. Everything is at stake. We can't fail. Go now and look after each other. Okay, let's take the 2 items and equip them. It's only mildly better than what I've currently got. Okay, and this, guys, is where we are going to leave this one. Because we're going down to another level now of this, I guess. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this. Please feel free to pop any comments in the comments section. If you do want me to play more of this, guys, as I said, this is just, you know, it's something a bit different than I usually do. So I'm not planning on doing much more of this, though I'm going to be playing this because I'm actually quite enjoying it. The cutscenes are a little, I'm going to be honest, were a little cheesy, but the actual gameplay I quite enjoy. The way style of fighting is a bit different, you know, the way you go into it when you get there. I quite like that from the standard sort of RPGs where you're just fighting on the map. So I'm going to be playing a bit more of it myself anyway. As mentioned, there is a link to it in the comments, in the description, if you are interested, guys. But as I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you do want me to play more, shout out on Discord or in the comments below. There is a link to my Discord in the comments, as well as the description, as well as links to my Twitter and my Patreon. Thank you very much for your time, guys.